Putin Bad News Putin's victims can only be saved by a full-scale information offensive against the Kremlin. Indicted war criminal Vladimir Putin is not satisfied with kidnapping, injuring, and killing Ukrainian civilians. The Russian president's decision to bomb Odessa's grain export facilities will have devastating consequences for thousands of people around the world. They will starve to death and suffer from malnutrition. How else can we stop this ruthless dictator? With over $75 billion already pledged in military, humanitarian, and financial aid to the courageous people of Ukraine, it's time for the White House and Congress to employ a cheap but effective tool that helped end the Cold War. We used to convince people living in the Soviet Union that things were better on the other side of the Iron Curtain. Now is the time to convince Putin's Russian victims that they are getting a raw deal and that their lives will improve dramatically once he is gone. The campaign should offer the Russian people information that is so credible, engaging, and persuasive that they will keep coming back for more, and this will require employing our most creative talent and making extensive use of those social media still accessible in Russia. The campaign should be grounded in a larger strategic vision of the Russia we hope to see after Putin takes office. An expression of visionary strategy or an encouraging call to the oppressed Russian people, a stable and predictable relationship with Russia is not what is being promised. Russia should make human rights, freedom, the rule of law, real elections, border respect, and mutually beneficial relations with the West her top priority so that she can get back on the path she started down after the fall of the Soviet Union. The campaign's tone should not be divisive or hurtful to Russian pride. There needs to be some fun and humor thrown in there now and then. The Russians are hilarious, especially when making fun of authority figures. Numerous potent memes exist, such as the contrast between the wealth of peaceful countries and the worsening economic situation in Russia under Putin, the success of emigrant Russians, and the chasm that exists in Russian society between the people whose children are sent to the Ukrainian front and the elites, the security officials and oligarchs who keep Putin in power and enjoy personal palaces, private planes and yachts, foreign vacation properties, and enrollment of their children in elite schools. Many Russians, fearing a dismal future under Putin, opt to have small families or none at all. The falling international prestige of Russia is also a source of worry for patriotic Russians. U.S. Ambassador to Russia from 2005 to 2008 and current CIA Director William Burns predicts, disaffection with the war will continue to gnaw away at the Russian leadership. The CIA is using social media, as revealed by Burns, to let brave Russians know how to contact us safely on the dark web. Meanwhile, the FBI is actively scouring Russian-language social media for sources. The executive and Congress should quickly follow the CIA's and FBI's lead and seize the opportunity they've given them to undermine Putin's regime. The successful 50-second video, "To the People of Russia," produced by the State Department last year could be used as a model for the campaign.